Good evening. 716 Delta Mike here. You're looking at it. Pretty excited. The new PMDG 737-900ER out of Chicago KORD this evening. Got the time rolled back about 6 hours just to get in some daylight here. I don't fly out of Chicago very often. I do in the real world, but I don't fly out of there often in the sim. But I thought, what better place to do it tonight at Chicago, rocking the 737-900ER in the United livery, November 38424. We got FSLTL traffic live here with us today, as well as Vatsim. So we're actually seeing quite a bit of activity here. Let's take a hop outside real quick and just look around. Got the Chicago skyline over in the distance. And we've got a lot of United aircraft here on the ground. And there goes an American over here as well. I have flown out of Chicago on this very flight out of Bravo 9 on a 737-900ER going to Denver, Colorado in my past quite often. Tonight we're going to rock it down to Charlotte, and I just thought we would hop in here in the sim and yeah, give things a whirl and see how it goes. Let's get our it's a great shot right there, looking at several other 737s lined up here. We're going to be utilizing GSX Pro tonight. Let's go ahead and let's operate the jetway here, bring that in. Love some GSX Pro here. Alright. That'll get us connected here on the outside. Let's jump into the cockpit real quick and let's go ahead and open that left side door there. So we have doors opening here. We have United carts sitting out here. I believe we have a United pushback tug sitting over here, but let's jump outside real quick. Let's get our connection here with our joystick here. So yeah, there's a United pushback tug there. Let's walk around the aircraft here just a little bit. She is quite pretty in my opinion. Whoop. And 737-900ER. Super cool. I've walked right across this, walked right through here in real life inside Chicago airport. And walk through this and go down under the tunnel under the ground here and walk right past the 737-900 sitting here on the pad. I always enjoy looking at that. So kind of nice tonight to be in here. Just checking things out. Cool shot right here. Seeing all the other United aircraft in line here. Alright, we'll jump back inside here one last time and let's go ahead and I have not done much to this. I've just set this thing up for a cold and dark with the stairs disconnected and on a GPU. So it looks like we do got ground power here. We haven't flipped any switches just yet. Let's get some music turned down just a little bit here. We'll play the music right here. All right, and we will get our game sounds turned back up here a little bit so we can hear things here in the cockpit. All right, door is open here. We have done nothing else. Let's look at our FS actions, ground services here. We got ground power here set. We are empty. We have 0 fuel set. And yeah. So let's return here. Let's pull in our sim brief profile here and fetch that. All right, we are United 4155 tonight, rocking Boeing 737-900 out of Chicago down to Charlotte. Chicago altitude 680 feet, landing in Charlotte 748 feet. Alternate tonight is Raleigh-Durham, and we're going to cruise at flight level 330. We're going to ignore this cost index. We'll probably run a cost index of around 35. Airtime scheduled for 1 hour 21 minutes. And I pull up at the same time here, or set this route in for flight, and that looks like that's given us about 1 hour and 13 minutes. So we'll see how that compares in flight time here. Payload this evening, we're going to take 15,797 in fuel. No extra fuel here as far as calculations are concerned. We got reserves, alternate. So reserves and alternate fuels 5.9, almost 6.0 there. Zero fuel weight 140.2. And max takeoff weight here, 155, or takeoff weight of 155.5. Payload 39,000, so we're carrying 9,515 pounds of cargo, 173 in the boarding with us this evening. So let's minimize this for a minute, and let's go down to the FMS. We'll pull this over to here because we're going to need to reference this momentarily. And let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and close that. And let's go ahead and jump up top and let's get some battery power to the on position, and ground power coming on. Emergency lights are also on. We'll get our logo light on, and our position and nav lights are already in the steady position there. So rocking that right there. Let's go ahead and jump to the upper portion here. Let's get our navs starting to align, and we'll roll this over here to, there we go. And we will move this to, stay on ground power for now, and TR1. All right, that works for there. Flight level 330, so let's go ahead and dial that in so we don't forget it. All right, there's 330 set. Landing altitude 750 feet out there in Chicago, so we'll be set on the overhead for now. Go ahead and clear that out, and let's go to our FMS here, our FMC. Nav data is out of date. You know what? I don't know. I hope that doesn't cause us a problem tonight. I didn't go in and upload the newest nav data, so we're going to take a stab at it tonight. We'll get that synced up after this flight here, but let's go ahead and put KORD in here is our airport reference. And flip to the next page. We'll grab our left side GPS. Back over here, set the IRS. We'll drop that, paste that position in. And let's go to route. And what I think I have not done yet, we're going to have to bear with me here for just a minute, is set up our SimBrief profile for the SimBrief downloader. So let's double check what that is. So 738 is that. So let's copy this and let's go in here and add another download. Let's paste that, and I believe we got to go to 739 here, and I need to check out that path, I think. So let's go open up real quick community folder, negative, that's not right. We need packages, data packages, Microsoft Flight Simulator packages. So we're looking for local state packages. Here we go. And then we're looking for PMDG 739 and our work folder. And then we need weather. I believe that is actually right. So 739 does seem to be the path there. So I think we've got that correct. So let's go here. And I'm sorry, you probably are not seeing this on screen, but we're going to go ahead and paste this into here and change that 8 to a 9. And that should give us exactly what we need. And there we go. So I think that's going to populate for us. So let's close this up here. All right, so let's go ahead and do KORD right here, and let's do a request. And there we go. We got our flight plans in there. So there's KORD to Charlotte. So we'll go ahead and select that and request that flight plan to load. And in the meantime, why don't we call up GSX and let's go ahead and request some refueling.
Refueling truck is on its way.
All right, so we got it ready here. So let's go ahead and load that route. Route uplink is loading.
Fuel truck is in position.
Select your refueling level. So that's interesting. Let's see what we got here. So 15,979. Oh, did I miss something there? All right. Well, first things first, activate, execute. All right, and we are UAL 4155 tonight. So we'll go ahead and add that into the flight plan here. And let's go ahead and look at our legs here. So this is going to give us our route. And we're going to need to pick up some. I'll tell you what I'm going to do just for this scenario for now. And we'll work this out in the next go around here. But let's go to fuel. And let's go ahead and set our block fuel, 15,797. All right, so fuel's going to be set. Not sure what the fuel truck's doing right now, but hey, he's out of here. He drove right through the cargo bay, so or right through the hull of the plane. All right, we have our block fuel set, and for now, I think what we had best do is call up ground and see if we can't go ahead and get our clearance. So let's take a look here and see. We got Chicago ATIS is currently Yankee, so we're going to write this stuff down here. We're going to pull up our iPad here, and you guys can see what we're doing here. We're going to clear this all out for now. And clear the scratch pad. And let's see. Let's write down some information here. So we're Yankee. And this is just what I do. So we're EARND and KCLT. Earned. LNR. So ELANR. And Emily. All right, and we don't have a departure right here on this route. This is our route that both ForeFlight and SimBrief gave to us, and we're coming in on the Parker 3. All right, so let's go ahead, information Yankee. Let's get our, let's close this up and let's get our ground frequency. Actually, we got clearance and delivery on 21.6. So let's go to the radios here and let's tune 21.6. All right, so here's 21.6 coming. And we're going to have to set a few things here because we have first time flight here. So let's get those gear handles in the down position there. And Chicago clearance and delivery, America, or United 4155, looking to pick up IFR information Yankee.
United 4155, delivery, no flight plan on file.
Oh, my bad. Let me double check that. I'll get that filed right away. Thank you. All All right, let's pull up sim brief here. Yep, it says we have not filed, so let's get that Vatsim filed real quick. That was my mistake. All right, 4155, there we go. That's looking good. Flight level 330, that's also looking good. Let's file the flight plan here. Flight plan is filed. All right.
United 4155, you're clear to the Charlotte Airport via the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vectors earned, that I filed. Climb via SID, top altitude 5,000. Expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is offline. Squawk 2222.
All right, that is clear to the Charlotte Airport or Charlotte International Airport via O'Hare 7, then radar vectors Eleanor, then climb via the SID, expect top level 5,000, expect flight level 330 and 10, departure frequency offline, squawk 2222 for United 4155.
United 4155, read back correct, expect runway 22 left, contact ground, point 9 for taxi.
Hey, very well, expect 22 left, and we'll call ground when ready for taxi, United 4155. All right, got our clearance there. He gave me O'Hare 7, so let's pull up this here in procedures here and departures.
O'Hare delivery, good evening. United 2172 with Yankee, request clearance to Denver, please.
United
Procedures.
2172, delivery, clear to the Denver airport by the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vectors Olin, status filed.
Top altitude's 5,000, and we're going off 22 left. Is that what he told us here?
10 minutes after departure. Departure is offline. Squawk 6277.
22 right, not available. 22 left is standard.
United 2172 is cleared to Denver by the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vectors to Olin, then as filed. Initial climb to 5,000. Expect flight level 40010 minutes after departure. Departure, unfortunately, is offline, 6277.
United 2172.
1,000 is our top
read back
altitude
correct.
there, so
Expect runway 28 right, full
let's
length.
go ahead real quick while we're at it and
To a right, full length for
Set our
taxi and ground
5,000
point
here.
header for taxi. United 2172. And pushes our discretion in the alleyway.
Affirm.
Thank you so much.
all right.
O'Hare
Departure here.
ground, good evening. United 2326, requesting IFR down to Denver.
22 left, and
United
there's no real
2326,
SID showing here, but that's
cleared
all
to
right.
Denver
So
airport by the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vectors Olin, then as filed.
yeah, it looks like we're expecting 18 center tonight
Expect flight level 300, 10 minutes after
into
departure.
Chicago, and we are coming in on the Parker 3,
3537.
and that'll be the Taft transition. So we'll go ahead and execute that. We'll take a look at our legs now. There's earned. Yeah. It's going to be radar vector, so we're going to be. Let's take a look at what our runway heading here for 22 left.
Clear to Denver by the O'Hare 7 departure, the Olin
225.
radar vector. We are claiming initially to 5,000. We will expect 30,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is offline, and we will be squawking 3537 for United 2320.
United 2326, read back correct. Expect runway 28 right at November 5. Contact ground, point 9 for taxi.
Okay, we'll expect to it right, November 5. We'll contact ground for taxi.
All right, let's request our boarding here.
Clearance hello, United 1821 Heavy
Should've
with
already
Yankee,
done
I
that.
far to Denver.
United 1821, heavy ground, cleared to the Denver airport by the Diva. United 1821, cleared to the Denver airport by the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vectors Olin, then as filed. Climb by SID, top altitude 5,000. Expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency offline. Squawk 6561.
Clear, we're clear to Denver via the O'Hare 7 departure, radar vectors Olin, then as filed, maintain 5,000, expect 30 and 10 departures off, squawk 6521, United 1821 Heavy.
United 1821 Heavy, squawk 6561.
6561, United 1821 Heavy.
United 1821 Heavy, read that correct. Expect runway 28 right, full length.
Looks like we have some passengers walking in on top of us here.
We'll call ground for push, United 1821 Heavy, thanks.
All right, so let's go back here, pull up our summary profile, and let's look at cruise altitude is 330. So let's go ahead and set 330 here. And weather today, top of climb wind is going to be 271 at 112. All right, there's our cruise wind here. And back to our payload here. Zero fuel weight is going to be 140.2. All right, there's that. And reserves is going to be reserves plus alternates. It's going to be 5 point. We'll round that up, so it'll be 6.0, so 6.0.
Your crew
And we're
has
going
boarded.
to cruise 40.
Passengers
We're going
boarding starting.
to set our constant index to 35 today and execute that. And let's double check payload is set over here. And double check our passengers here. Let's take a look at what our payload is. We need 173, so we'll go ahead and put 12 in the first class. Plus 160 plus 12. Let's see. So we need 161. Is that right? 161 plus 10 is 171, and 2 more is 173. So that'll put us at a zero fuel weight of 133.2. But we have not loaded our cargo in, and our cargo is 9,515. So if we take 4,500, drop that in right here, and 4,515 in the rear. There we go. It's going to give us 142.3 and one. Yes, we're a little bit off here. This is the first time on this Simbri profile. We're going to have to modify this Simbri profile just a little bit. I tried to tweak it a little bit ahead of time to get it quite right, but clearly we got to do just a little bit more work on it. But we are close enough here. So our zero fuel weight is actually 142.3. So let's go back here. 42.3. Today, 142.3. Set and execute. Cost index and reserve fuel still going to be the same. All right, and here we go. Let's go. We're going to derate our takeoff here a little bit. Take off here. Flaps 5. And our takeoff trim 27.1 to be put us to 5.07 on the trim. So we'll bring that down just a little bit here to the 5, just barely past the 5. There we go. Trim is set. We'll get our V speeds in here. V1 of 148, VR of 149 for rotation, and 156 for V2. 156 plus 20 will be 176 here, so that's what we're going to bug here. We got a heading of 225, so let's go ahead and set a course here, because that's our runway heading in case we had to come back just to get ourselves lined up. 225 set here, and we'll go 225 over here as well. All right, 225 is set. We have our speed set, and we can go ahead and go flight director on and flight director on. And we'll go ahead and get our range rings here and our range rings here.
Delivery load at the 1455. We pick up our partners to the dash.
And let's get our weather here. Is 3012 is what is on the barometric pressure, so there's 3012 set, and we can go VNAV and LNAV. We can't go LNAV right there, but that's okay. Go heading select here. All right, 5,000 set, heading select, VNAV enabled. That's radar vectors. Back over here real quick, verify what he said. So he said O'Hare 7 radar vectors earned, and then we will climb via the SID. So all right, looking good there. Back over here, let's double check one last thing. Procedure, departure, O'Hare 7. All aircraft Expect radar vectors to the first en route navigator fix. Expect clearance to requested altitude flight level within 10 minutes after departure. All aircraft cross 5.5 DME arc or above 3,000 DME. If unable, comply with ATC as soon as possible. So, all right, we'll expect radar vectors out of here. That's what we're looking for. All right, squawk code was 2222. So let's go ahead and get that set. There's 2222 is set, and TARA is on there. Go ahead and get some panel lights on here because I think we'll need that. And we'll go ahead and get a little bit of light on here. And a little bit of light right here. And we'll spin this down here on as well. All right, we're set, looking good here. So we're kind of waiting on boarding here to complete. Passengers are currently boarding. So we got 122 of 173 already boarded. Let's take a look on the outside here, double check. Guess our baggage and luggage is already boarded. We're just waiting on our passengers now. Catering service is completed. So 134 now, 135 passengers. So we're almost through boarding here. We're coming up pretty close to the end. Let's go ahead and get up top here. We'll get our fuel pumps coming to the on position. We'll get our yaw damper also on. And let's go ahead and get our APU to the on position and APU start. Go to get our hydraulics on here. We'll get our left side window heat, right side window heat on. Trim air is already on. Our panel's looking good. Everything's aligned here. Let's go ahead and do this test. Good here. Airspeed warning test 1 and 2. Stall warning test. And we'll do a flight recorder test here. Boop, flight recorder set. Going to cruise at 0.8 tonight here. Go ahead and set that in there as well. Descent here to 0.8. We're going to go /280 here for our descent. So we can come down. Climb rate here. Take that as is. Route legs. Double checking everything here real quick for any. It's looking good. There's our radar vectors. That's into Charlotte, so that's looking good. Route's looking good. And I was in it. They were looking good. N1 limits were derated on our takeoff. Flaps 5 for departure. And our speeds are 148, 149, 156. Checked and verified. All right, boarding is complete. And I got our APU gen is available. So we'll go APU gen on, APU gen on. We'll get our left side packs, right side packs on. APU bleed is on. And our isolation valve is in the open position, so that is looking good. We need our pitot probe heats on there after we get started, so we are about to get ready here to push. So let's take a look at real quick our charts. Let's unload here, import a flight plan from SimBrief. KORD to Charlotte. Bring that in here. All right, so here we are. We're expecting on our departure 22 left. So 22 left is going to be 27, 27, 22 left is right here. 22 left is right here. So we got to come all the way around here. So we're going to have to really listen up for our taxi here. So we're going to push with our nose to the right, tail to the left will be the plan. So let's go ahead and get our GSX up here and let's prepare for pushback and departure. And we can't do that until we actually go to additional services and dismiss our GPU. GPU has been disconnected and now we can request our pushback is already coming up. We'll go down here.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Let's get verification real quick that we have our doors all in the closed position. Doors coming closed. Ground services here. Let's remove the chalk. And menu FMC. Do that for the climb out here.
Departure check completed. Bypass bin inserted.
Parking brake is set. Up top, anti-collision lights coming on. Getting ready to move, so we'll get that's our beacon coming on. Get our game sounds turned up here just a little bit so we can hear the startup of this machine. All right, and we're going to need ground here. So ground is 21.9. So we want to, what did I say? We want nose right, tail left, right? Nose right and facing south on the apron is going to be what we're doing.
Locking gear.
21.9.
Departure, radar vectors, Linden as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 320, 17 south departure. Departure is currently offline, squawk 6217.
All right. I think Chicago's going to have a lot of traffic tonight with the PMDG coming out.
6 departure. Then radar vectors to Olin, and climb to 5,000.
Parking brakes is released.
Departure.
All right, here's the push. So let's go up top here.
American 519.
And we're going to get our left packs off, right packs off, and right side turning.
In that case, read that correct. Expect 28 right, November 5. Contact ready for taxi.
And we have rotation here.
American 519.
And O'Hare ground 2605. We are ready to taxi. Information Yankee.
Juice up the sounds here a little bit. See if we can't get good engine start sounds here.
United 2605, previous squawking.
And here comes the fuel coming in on 2.
3557, United 2605.
United 2605, thank you. Runway 28 right, November 5. Make the taxi via Bravo 1 November.
Roger, we'll take a right here and then we'll taxi on Bravo and then Bravo 1 and then November, United 2605.
Delta 1465, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75, see ya. 120.75, see ya.
Back up to the top. We'll go left side start.
Parking brakes.
And setting parking brakes. Parking brakes are set. All right, so they're waiting for us to confirm a good engine start here. And we are turning here on 1. There's 21, 22, 23. Left side fuel coming in. And while that's going on, let's go ahead and get our flaps set to flaps 5 for departure. And up here, we'll go ahead and get our auto brake set to RTO. And we will watch the flaps come down here. Flaps are down. GSX Pro here. We will confirm a good engine start.
We have a good engine start.
We have a good engine start.
Unlocking gear.
I'm going to pull this up here, verify where we are, and we need this running. Are. And scratch pad here. We will be just off the gate here at Bravo 10 facing south. At Chicago ground, United 74155 with information Yankee, ready for taxi just off Bravo 9 facing south.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
United 4155, runway 28 right, November 5, taxi via Bravo, Bravo 1, November.
Say again, did you say 28 right? We were told to expect 22 left on departure. Is a runway change?
Oh, sorry, you're getting shot. Sorry about that. Runway 22 left, taxi via Bravo and Victor.
Runway 22 left via Bravo Victor for United 4155. Bravo Victor. All right. Let's pull this up here just to double check one last time here. I need to figure out Bravo Victor.
Ground, this is Delta 1225. Just want to confirm 28 right or 22 left? Runway 28 right for you. Roger, thank you.
Bravo Victor.
Ground
Got you right here.
21 heavy at gate Charlie 10 with Yankee ready for push.
All right, Bravo November. Parking brakes are released.
Push onto Alpha is approved. Call me for taxi.
Push on Alpha approval.
Taxi lights are coming on.
United 1821 heavy.
And left GN, right GN coming on. And we will turn on left packs, right packs, and oscillation valve to auto. APU bleed off, and APU can come off. And we're ready to go. Here we go. Off the gates, off the blocks, and rolling. Charlotte, here we come. Are they ready is the question. Gotta love this 900ER. I think she's a pretty bird. I love the length of it. 737-800 is one of my favorites. But I have to admit that I'm quite the fan of the 900ER. I just like the look of it. It's a pretty airplane. All right.
United 2605, contact tower 120.75. See ya.
12075, United 2605. Have a great day.
Tower is 2070, 750.
Ground, good evening. Delta 18.
And all the way out to Bravo here.
Good evening. Requesting Alpha clearance to Denver with information Yankee on board. Aircraft type A320neo.
Delta 18, over here ground, good evening. Cleared to the Denver Airport via the O'Hare 7. Radar vectors O'Lind and unfiled. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 360. 10 south departure. Departure offline. Squawk 3536.
Delta 18 cleared for Denver via O'Hare 7 and vectors to Olin as filed.
So we're going to go left here on Bravo.
After 10 minutes and departure offline on squawk 3536. Delta 18.
Delta 18, read back correct. Expect 28 right at November 5. Contact ready for taxi.
28 right at November 5. Contact for taxi now. Delta 18. Bye.
Ground, United 1847, push off gate Bravo 7.
United 1847, push into the ramp at your own discretion. Call me for taxi.
Push off the ramp, calling taxi.
O'Hare Tower, correction, O'Hare Ground, November 284, Hotel Yankee, ready to, actually I just looking at some maneuvers outside.
Looking very nice here as we roll out.
284 Hotel Yankee, looks like you've got a flight plan from Portland to Vancouver.
data that needs to be amended that was already done.
Roger, what's your request?
I'm just in an extra 330 looking to do some maneuvers outside of airspace.
November 284 Yankee, sorry, 248 Hotel Yankee, Roger. Goodbye.
Love seeing all this traffic here with FSLTL and Vatsim, of course. We got a little bit of both going on here. The FSLTL traffic injection is pretty sweet, in my opinion. Really been debating on the FS traffic by Just Flight, but I really have zero complaints here when it comes to FSLTL. I've read some things that makes me believe there's maybe a slight performance increase and some really sweet model matching
Extra 330.
from the Just Flight FS traffic, but I don't have a whole lot of complaints in regard to FSLTL as far as the models. They look pretty clean and good to me.
284 Hotel Yankee, Squawk 3465.
I'm not currently seeing a whole lot of performance degradation due to FSLTL, so.
November 284 Hotel Yankee, CQ and advising ready for taxi.
Ready for taxi.
Down here,
284
let's see,
Hotel
it's
Yankee,
Americans.
Roger,
There's the
runway
Hilton there in the
28
middle.
Left, taxi via Sierra 1, Sierra Foxtrot.
You want to see what we're doing here on our taxiway, you can kind of get a
Confirming
visual
28
there.
Right, not 28 center.
We're taking Bravo all the way around to
28
Victor
left.
right in here.
28 left for Sierra 1.
Got a
Sierra
little bit
Foxtrot.
further to go. It's going to make a little bit of a bend to the left, and then we'll take a right on Victor. And we will be where we're going, so.
O'Hare ground United 2172 at Charlie 19 after the company traffic. Request push into the alleyway.
United 2172, push to the left, your own discretion, call me for taxi.
Call for taxi, United 2172.
All right, we're looking for Victor here.
United 2605, oh yeah, that's give you your hotel, sorry.
Some southwest over here. All right, so we should be not here because that's going to be LL to November.
21
So
Heavy's ready for taxi.
should be this next right here will give us Victor. Yep, there it is on the sign over here, Victor. So we're taking a right on Victor now.
Yeah. United 1821, runway 28 right, November 5, taxi Bravo, Bravo 1, November.
Right to right, November 5, taxi via Bravo, Bravo 1, November, United 1821 Heavy.
Ground United 1847, ready to taxi.
United 1847, runway 28 right, November 5, taxi via Bravo, Bravo 1, November.
Taxi 28 right at November 5 via Bravo, Bravo 1 November. United 1847.
November 284 Hotel Yankee, contact tower 120.75.
120.75, good day.
Ground Delta 1225, ready for pushback.
Delta 2120, Delta 1225, push onto Victor is approved, call me for taxi.
All right, we'll hold that shot. That's going to be our takeoff shot. We'll be looking out this window. We'll be able to hear the engines as we go roaring down the runway. And we're still on Victor.
Contact tower 120.75.
Over to tower for United 4155. Alright, Chicago Tower is 2750.
Over ground, hello, United
2750.
4525, we're on the ground. Charlie 24 with Zulu IFR to Denver, please.
Alright, 2750. Verify that is set. 12750, that's tower. Alright, we'll roll it right on down here to the end and yeah, get ready to get out of here. Looks like we got a little bit of a cargo area down here. Got one coming in here on approach. You can see him out the front window. Need some gear, buddy. There we go. I see some gear, I think. There, we got gear down. And that appears to be... I don't know what that appears to be. Couldn't really tell what it was. I thought it was an American for a minute, but apparently it was not. Alright, rolling into space here. Radio's 2750, and double checking one more time. And Chicago Tower is 12750. So, let's pull her up here. We'll get her stopped and get ready for our departure here.
And O'Hare Tower, November 284, Hotel midfield down.
22 left is right in front of us.
November 284 Yankee, sorry, November 284 Hotel Yankee, winds 22006, runway 28 left, clear for the option. Clear for the option, Hotel Yankee.
We have our set and ready to go.
1744, right when able, please.
We're ready.
Lead indicated. Taxiway Tango now.
And good afternoon, O'Hare Tower, United 4155, holding short 22 left, ready for departure.
United 4155, fly heading 160, winds 22006, runway 22 left, clear for takeoff.
All right, flight heading 160 and 22 left, clear for takeoff for United 4155.
O'Hare Tower, hello, United 21 Heavy, in sequence, runway 28 right at November 5.
Roger. United 1744, contact ground point 9, have a good one.
Ground point 19, thank you very much.
United 2605, fly heading 270, winds 22006, runway 28 right at November 5, clear for takeoff.
November 5, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, heading 270, United 2605.
All right, we're flying runway, or flying heading
Do you want full
160.
length due to your aircraft.
Yeah, 1821, we can take
We're going to just do a roll and start here. We're going to bring the engines up. Auto throttles are armed. And we're lining them up here. There's 50% and toga.
284 Hotel Yankee, go ahead. Looking to see if I can get out a little ways and do some stuff maneuvers and then return. Affirmative. If you can fly runway heading for me, that'd be great. Fly runway heading number 2.
All right, 100 knots.
V1 rotate.
V1 rotate, here we go. She's a big baby, so take her up easy.
Positive rate of climb.
Positive rate, gear up. She's a big one. She's a big girl.
284 Hotel Yankee, do you know how long you'll be? Probably 15 minutes above 20 maybe. Are you gonna What am I trying to say? Are you gonna go outside the Bravo?
If possible, do that. Well, maybe not Bravo, but stay within reason and then return.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is because if you go pretty far out, you'll end up outside the Bravo regardless.
Yeah, I got you. Just whatever's not gonna make you a headache.
Roger. United 4155, no further ATC monitor, Unicom 122.8, have a good one.
Over to Unicom 22.8, thanks for the ATC, we'll see you. Alright, flaps coming in. Autopilot is engaged. Gonna go level change at 230 knots.
United
We'll climb up to 5,000.
Unicom 122.8, have a good flight.
Over to Unicom, United 2605.
And what we will do next will be here. I love that right there. How cool is that? She sounds good. She sounds real good.
United 1847, sorry. United 1821, fly heading 270, winds 22006, runway 28 right at November 5.
4,000 is set. Maintain level change.
Flying 270, runway 28 right at November 5, clear for takeoff in United 1821 Heavy.
284, Hotel Yankee, you are now outside the Class Bravo airspace, squawk VFR.
250 knots here, pushing those down just a little bit.
Have a good one.
Squawk VFR, Hotel Yankee.
Wow, how cool is that? It's just such a sweet shot. Listen to those sounds. Alright, so we'll go direct earned and execute that. Autopilot and LNAV engaged. Look at there. Look at that shot of the city. How cool is that? Now that's what I'm talking about. Got our airport out here, so that should be midway right there below our wing. Got Chicago out here. Let's go outside here for just a minute and take a look. Man, I'm in love so far. I tell you, I'm in love with the 737-900ER. I'm happy with it. So far, so good. No complaints. All right, we're coming up on 9,600, so let's go up the top here. Let's go ahead and get our lights off. Lights are all off. Continuous ignition to auto now. And we should be ready for the cruise here. Let's go ahead and go VNAV here. And let's get our altitude set up to flight level 330 here. 330 is set, and we are direct earned. Wow. Just wow. Fully impressed. Fully impressed there with that shot. Coming up on 11.5. There's 11.5. Well, hello there. Yeah. How do you guys do it, man? I hadn't seen either one of you in a while.
I'm doing good, man. Just been busy, much like yourself, I'm sure.
Ah, yeah, man. I tell you what, my work schedule has really kept me humping along, and have completely rebuilt my PC in the last month, and actually put in a whole new case and a bunch of fans here recently. So that's kept me busy, and then trying to plan a wedding and everything else. So it's been a lot. So every once in a while, I get to fly an airplane.
Hell yeah, man.
Picked
yeah,
up
busy
the.
with, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I've been busy with instructor upgrades, so I just got through the sim phase, and now I'm finally getting a little bit more time back.
Nice. Yeah,
So sorry, you were about to say something. Go
I
ahead.
just said I didn't realize the 737-900 was coming out, and then last night, buddy reminded me, he's like, "Hey, the 737." I thought it was coming out later in the month, and yeah, it's so far so good, man. I really like it. The sounds are slightly different than the 800 version. The everything's going pretty smooth in it, actually.
So does it feel heavier?
It
than the
does.
800?
I mean, at least as far as I can tell, it does right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. Like, I was like, oh man, like, I probably shouldn't spend any money on Microsoft because I don't really play it and this, that. And then I was like, oh, it's only $49. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with
like
it.
80 or something.
Yeah, it's not too bad, I don't think, for $50. So
They just need to get their tablet figured out, man. Like, how long is that going to be?
I tell you what, that's really the only thing missing. If they'll get the EFB in this bird and the whole family of them, it'll be fantastic. So I cannot wait for that. I was really, fingers crossed, hoping that was going to come with this particular release, but it's hard to read between the lines there of how quick they think the EFB is going to be. I don't know why that's not coming out quicker than it is. So
seriously.
I mean, Fly-by-Wire has one of the best EFBs I think there is. Phoenix has a really good one, but I personally think the Fly-by-Wire EFB is top-notch, so I'm trying to figure out why PMDG can't put something out that's at least, kind of right in the middle of between Phoenix and Fly-by-Wire as far as quality is concerned in a EFB.
Yeah, I don't really understand why it's been taking them so long to get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they have released four or five airplanes. They've got 600, 700, 800, now 900, so 4 aircrafts in the 737 plus the DC-6. So, I mean, I guess with 5 aircrafts released, maybe that's not been their highest priority as EFB. I don't know, but...
Yes. Well, geez, we're on to, what, 777 is up next, isn't it?
It is, and I'm pretty sure that development's underway.
They're starting beta here in the next month or two.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
exciting.
pretty exciting. So. Alright. So, a little conversation there with some buddies in Discord. Not sure, I think probably y'all could hear that, but a little talk about the 737s. And we are passing through flight level 235 on our way up to 330. So, Brian, what is this Fallout game I see all the time if you're not flying anymore? I'm heartbroken.
Well, I just got kind of burnt out on the whole flying thing, so I'm going to go something different.
I'm still heartbroken. You'll be back.
Oh, definitely.
Can't keep me away from the cockpit. I know.
Well,
So-
how about that studying though? Got to get your shit in a sock before you go to the CFI deal.
Well, that just got canceled due to I need a job. We looked at our finances and we're like, we can't keep it.
All right, let's double check here. I think we're gonna have ATC coming up here shortly. Let's double check here on our Vatsim. So we're gonna cross into Indy Center, I believe. So let's go ahead and pick that up here and figure out where we are.
So what kind of job you been thinking about?
Be back here in just a second. I gotta go catch up with Indy Center. Be right back.
Word.
All right, so Indy Center is on 1955. So let's get that tuned in. 1955. All right, Indy Center live right here. Let's go ahead and put stations up here on the screen. DNV is the Danville VOR, and Lafayette VOR over here. So that is 115.1. So BVT. BVT. Let's go down here and go to fixes. BVT, 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 and 115.1 puts us 21 miles away here from, we are be just to the west, northwest of the Lafayette VOR. Vatsim map up here, verified where we're at in relation to Delta 4155. Okay, we got a little way still yet. 4155. We're flying straight south in there, so we're not there yet. All right, let's look at what other VORs do we have here that are going to be relatively close. We got that's the one we plugged in here. We got VHP, which is what? What is the VHP VOR? Is that? There it is. That's Brickyard VOR. So BHP is 16.3.
65. Expect vectors for the ILS runway 23 right approach. MD altimeter 3017.
Victor Hotel Papa would be the Brickyard VOR. So we're 65 miles away from there. Then we're here looking at this one. So we are currently 63 miles northwest of the Brickyard VOR. And we are passing through flight level 300 on our way up to 33, so we're almost to cruise altitude here. Been in the air 15 minutes. Really loving the 737-900. Coming up on our top of climb there, so. BHP, let's see what, there's a couple of tricks here that we can do that. So 116.3. So we can go tune that on 116.3. So now that's going to give us a DME of 55 miles and see how that's lining up here. So we've got a couple of ways to really know our reference points here. So and that beep probably means contact Indy Center, and it does. Please contact me on 1955. So radios 1955, and we are 315 climbing 330, and we are, good afternoon Indy Center, United 4155. We are flight level 318 climbing 330, approximately 52 miles northwest of the Brickyard VOR.
United 4155, Indy Center, good afternoon.
ID at 4155. Thought that should have got our ID going. And Indy Center, United 4155. Did you get that ident?
United 4155, radar contact 45 miles north of the Terre Haute Buell.
Position checks 4155. A little bit of traffic here off of our right wing.
Delta 1465.
That would be an American 1780 flying there.
Yeah, you put us on, you told us to get vectors, and we're still on the island 23 right at the moment, so we're just waiting for you unless you want us to vector back out. If you want us to
Delta 1465 vectors means stay on present heading after the arrival until I give you a turn. Turn left heading 050.
Left 050 for 14.
Vatsim controller giving a little bit of education there.
And actually Delta's 1465, turn left heading 010.
010, 14.
Delta 1465 is going to maintain 3000.
3000, 14.
Steve, is that the new 700 or 737-900?
Sure is.
Nice. I tweaked the Sembry profile for it, but I don't think it's completely accurate yet. After I got everything loaded, it wasn't showing quite the right weights. I did a 0 fuel weight, emptied it out, payloads, all that, but I'll keep tweaking it. I'll share it with you when I find a good one, or when I get it right.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with doing any of that. I just put a general profile in it, just to get it cooking.
Let's go 8. Set. So we have decimal 80 set in magenta. So that is our cruise speed targeted here. Our cruise 287 miles to top of descent. We're going to descend at 0.80 as well. Or once we get down below that, we'll be out descending at 280 knots. And we will look here. Taft is the beginning of our arrival. We'll scroll through here and look for any restrictions. So we got 270 between 240 and 330 at Willem. Susan, 270 above flight level 190. We'll cross Parker at 250 between 12 and 20. And we'll go Nakoma, 250 between 11 and 12. Boaton, 9 to 10 at 240. And I believe Camper, 220 at 9,000. That's our hard altitude there. Will be vectors. We're landing south into Charlotte this evening. We'll expect a 1/8 center, at least for now, if ATC comes alive here for us. What do we got here? So, do we have Atlanta Center is currently on, so that's going to give us some ATC into there, so that's good. Steve rocking the Delta colors tonight, huh?
Delta 1465, you are 5 miles from racing. Turn left heading 200, maintain 3,000 full establishment localizer, clear ILS runway 23, right approach.
Yeah, United is who I know rocks the 737-900ER. I've flown that flight out of Chicago to Denver a few times on that aircraft, so I was like, oh, I think I'll take United tonight.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
I haven't done a 737 or anything Boeing in a while now. This is weird.
Yeah, you've been Airbusing it, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's just so much easier, especially with the way the controls mount to my chair, with being able to get in that real quick and not interfere with like office work or whatever else I'm doing.
Right. I have to agree. I've got my side stick here, and it makes it a little difficult getting in and out of my chair, but I still really prefer my Boeing yoke the most. So
I get it, man.
So I'm currently crossing over. I'm looking out my left side window, looking at Indianapolis below me here. So it's kind of cool.
Good visuals as always.
Yeah. So I finally rebuilt the PC, put in a i9 13900 and 64 gig of RAM and a new motherboard with the 3090 Ti, and can pretty much run this thing wide open now and get great performance. So no longer
you're not CPU bound anymore.
Yeah, I'm not CPU bound anymore. So now the real dilemma is, do I ever want to fork out the money for a 4000 series card or 3090 Ti? Like, how much? There is some improvement to be had in a 40 series, but I don't know right now if it's worth the money, because honestly,
I might wait.
I'm going to wait for a while, I think, just because the 3090 Ti is performing really well. So I'm not getting stutters or anything. I can multitask and play the sim, and just redid the whole case and put in all new fans. I got 10 fans rocking in this case now. So a 360 mil radiator, and temps are running. I mean, I'm running 48 degrees Celsius right now. It's bouncing between 48 and 50 while I'm running this. So a little quiet here on Indy Center tonight. We're not too far from CBG out in front of us. That'll be Cincinnati. Just crossed behind us. You can still get a glimpse of Indianapolis there behind us.
Delta 1465, right, direct clear to land, wind 270.
2 direct, go to land, 4221.
You know, Steve, I was sitting there thinking, I really think the 900 is the prettiest version of the 737, honestly. It's a little bit longer.
I agree.
It's actually prettier.
I like a long fuselage.
Right?
Gotta keep me envious, you know?
Right. Yeah, I think 50 bucks, it's a good price, really, for this.
I was gonna agree. I mean, obviously I want to see how it flies, too, but I'm sure it's equivalent.
I just wish it wasn't just the cost of it all. But in all reality, if you think about it, because let's see here, PMDG.
I guess I bought everything except I did not buy the 600. I don't think I would even fly the 600. I don't like the looks of the little short stubby.
Yeah, it's not really any reason for me to buy it, so.
Yeah.
The 900 I fly the most often, I'd say. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 900 might be my new favorite. I fly American a lot as in the sim and my virtual airline, and I don't think American flies the 900. I think they have the 800, but not the 900.
Sorry, Brian, you were about to say something?
Air Transport 6728, just going to maintain 6,000. 6,000 for 6728.
In all reality, it's only $40 more with inflation and the much more modern whatever and work they put into it. $40 more than what it was for P3D. For all the variants.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about if you add up the 600, if you bought every version, the total cost?
Every version for both of them, it's $40 more for in flight sim. So essentially, you are paying less without buying the 600.
Yeah.
I'll never fly the 600.
Yeah, I don't think I would fly the 600, so I didn't pick it up. I don't think I would ever really have a desire to fly the 600 too much. Alright, heading bug is synced up here. Flight level 330, and let's take a look here. Our cruise, we are 218 miles to top of descent. Let's go ahead and bring in some forecasted winds here. We're going to do a wind request. We'll wait for that to pop in. Yeah, Steve, I don't know if you've done much experimenting with it, but the PMDG, if you use the SimBrief downloader, you can download the flight plan and the weather data, so you can get your wind uplinks and load that directly in while you're in flight. Just pretty cool for your VNAV
I haven't
descent.
done the wind uplink yet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just did it here, so I might cruise, and they gave me my descent winds.
Contact 29 miles northeast of the pocket
So it really is pretty cool for VNAV descents.
The EBS 526, cross area at maintain 10,000.
Alright, so on our descent here, we're looking at flight level 250, winds will be 270 at 58. At 15,000, we're looking at 259 at 44, and then down at 6,000, 248 at 23. So.
Crossing in at 11,000 for ILS 35 left at UPS 526.
American 232, recycle transponder, squawk 6766.
Squawk 6766, American 232.
Air transport in 6728, turn left heading 270, vectors for the approach. Left 270.
So we're about
6728.
53 miles from the Falmouth VOR, which is going to be just southeast of Cincinnati CBG Airport. And then after Falmouth, we'll be to Taft, which will pick up the transit. That's our transition into the Parker 3 arrival into Charlotte.
That sounds better. 6728.
Mouse button was inhibiting my nose wheel steering. That's hilarious.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're going to need that nose wheel steering. Hey, I will say, I thought the 900 taxi's better than the 800 as far as nose wheel steering. I felt like I had way better control of it on the ground while I was taxiing there in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, so far, it's alright. It's still a little sensitive, but I would say that it's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Swiss.
The one thing with PMDG I'd like to really figure out how to set up custom camera views would be my next to-do project here, to get something besides to set up custom camera views outside the cockpit, like in the cabin.
Yeah, so like that, I have custom ones right now.
How do you do them? How do you get out of the cabin itself, as far as getting through the cabin door? And
Just like X-Plane. I can kind of explain it to you.
Lisa, Delta 14, 65, level 123, right.
Chat you through it.
Delta 14, 65, taxi departing your
Are
discretion.
you a Steam Microsoft install? Or
no,
just
I'm regular Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft Store install.
That's how I am too. So
I feel like I have to go edit a file and change a number to get outside the cockpit, and then from there I can do it. So, but yeah, I may let you walk me through it sometime.
American 232, contact Washington
big,
Center 13372.
big thing with it is Microsoft.
133.72, American 232.
Developer mode, you can do it in the game, which is really sweet, so you don't have to restart it or anything.
Microsoft in developer. You mean I can do it without getting out of the game?
Correct.
Just like on frequency and DCRs closing in 10
All you have
minutes.
to do is load a separate airplane, which is available on the developer.
Home run 803, contact Cleveland Center now 119.8.
Okay.
Over to Cleveland on 119er, that's Mile 87, home run 803, have a good day.
Sounds like Indy Center's about to go offline on me, so I'm gonna have to watch for Atlanta Center then as I get down towards Charlotte. It's about 175 miles to my top of descent. And legs here. So we need camper at 9,000, so let's go ahead and do camper.
I know why they do it, but it still makes me sad that I can't have my non-winglet version.
Sensitivity of Microsoft, I swear.
Just go ahead and put that in there.
Sorry, what was that, Brian?
I'm bummed I can't have my non-winglet version.
Oh, of course you are. Are you sure you can't have the non-winglet version with the 900?
Yep.
I thought it was only the 900ER that had the scimitar and the winglets.
Yeah, then all the 900s have the
So we set a fixed point here of camper, which is our bottom of descent where we need 9,000 with a 100 nautical mile ring around that. So what we'll do is actually see that here on our map as we zoom out, and that'll be a visual cue then that our top of descent, and you can see top of descent ring is just, our marker is just inside that ring. So as we're approaching this right here, this is a good visual reminder that we're going to be descending here very soon. So just another little cheat and reference of position
28 to maintain tree
that I like to use when flying a 737, and I use it in the Airbus too. All right, we're currently crossing the Falmouth VOR here at about 10 miles. Well, Steve, what's the verdict? How does she feel airborne?
I mean, airborne feels pretty good, but man, let me tell you, that rotation.
Yeah, I think in real life, this thing's easy to tail strike with it being longer, so you have to be a little bit gentle on the pullback. So.
Oh, it absolutely is, but it was.
United 4155, I want to be closing up. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Oversensitivity.
All right, over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. We'll see you next time, United 4155.
I didn't pull back on that.
GPS 526, I'm closing up. Radar services terminated. Frequency change.
Which, hey, you know, I mean, again, my expectation as far as like flight dynamics in Microsoft is pretty low, so.
I think it's getting better, though. I mean, slowly but surely. This sim has come a long way in the last couple of years. So.
I do agree they've done a lot of work.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I've tried to look at videos of X-Plane 12, and I just can't sink myself into going that route right now. I've thought about it, but...
Oh, I get it, man. I think that they, just like anybody else, have a lot of work to do.
Yes, and so just like Microsoft coming a long way in 2 years, X-Plane 12 is going to come a long way in the next couple of years, to be honest.
Yeah, I think in 2 years, X-Plane 12 might be like the ultimate balance point of, it depends on which direction you want to go, honestly, right? So if you want it to be beautiful, it's Microsoft. If you want it to feel better, it's X-Plane.
Yeah,
But
I would love to have both, right? Can we get the best of both worlds to look good and have the right flight models?
I think X-Plane 12 is going to get close, but I mean, it's never going to be able to match the beauty of Microsoft.
Yeah, the clouds and everything are just fantastic in Microsoft. Even just looking out that view right there out your wing, dude, that looks real.
I mean, honestly, looking at it right now, if you look at the textures on the ground, they look horrible. And look at the mountains, they look pretty shitty too. I don't know if it's because I have a setting that's not turned on or something, because I haven't played Microsoft in a long time.
Yeah.
But there is no way, shape, or form saying that Microsoft does not look fantastic typically.
Yeah.
Maybe my stuff is turned off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're running right now. My settings are running pretty much straight down the board Ultra at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone and verified what my settings are by any means.
The most recent update turned off my online live Bing imagery though, so all of a sudden I was in the sim the other night, and I'm like, what in the world? And I went and I had to go back and check it. It's under data. Look under data is where I had to check. No, so yours is still on, but my Bing Data World graphics was turned off for me the other day, and I obviously didn't do it, but
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, X-Plane has its own problems too, right? But I will say it is still, in its current state, far more realistic to real-world flying than Microsoft is.
Right.
The weather system still needs some tweaks, but I will say that they've done some tweaks to make it better and it's more accurate. So it's not as pretty, but they still have the volumetric clouds and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the visibility is where I think it really shines. So like if you take Microsoft down to minimums and then you look out your window where your VDP is supposed to be, or where you think you should see the runway lights and all that, X-Plane's really spot on because they've done all of their lighting based on FAA and real lighting stuff, whereas Microsoft is you can see the rabbit light just like screaming through, which
from 20 miles out.
Yeah, it is. So that real world, that's not how it goes. It's kind of like that you can barely kind of see it, depending on the visibility.
There have been some flights, though, I will say, that
Descend.
I can't see the runway until I'm below, like the couple times that we've gone into Ketchikan. There have been a few times going into Ketchikan.
Increase descent.
Can't see a darn thing until you're below the clouds.
I agree in some cases, absolutely, but that's also because Ketchikan doesn't have
just passed an FSLTL traffic in the air really close.
Like lighting system, like
we were getting our traffic warning there on the monitor.
Because let's see, Eielson has center. So for the stuff I've landed in Alaska real world, Eielson has centerline lighting, and they have a really good lighting setup. I think it's like an A5 or something. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up, but that's the big difference maker, obviously, with low visibility like that. And I'm pretty sure Ketchikan doesn't have that kind of stuff, which would make sense if Microsoft is not portraying it that way, which is why you couldn't see shit up there. I don't know. It's a good question.
They do have a full Mauser.
Oh, they do?
Yep. I'm looking at the approach plate here for the ILS runway 11.
Nice. Okay. Well, that makes sense because they got low visibility and stuff all the time up there. So okay,
yeah,
so
right.
Weird. Oh, classic Steve move. Whoopsies. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to the monkey flying the airplane. Dave, when are you getting your private pilot's license?
That's a good question. I haven't flown in an airplane. I haven't flown an airplane since November because I was gone all of November. I was home in December, but then the holidays hit. In January, I was gone 3 weeks straight, and then the weather's just been pure crap lately. So I just haven't had time to even go fly. So that's not an answer, though. So the answer is I don't know, which is not a good answer. So I should have already had it. I think I'm sitting at around 70 hours of flight time, so like I said, I should have already had it. The weather here in Ohio has been not super cooperative this winter, to say the least. If it's pretty, it's super windy. If it's not pretty, it's snow and rain constantly.
You gotta love Centrifugal Rower. It's got, in Microsoft, it's got the airplane just facing north, and that's it, no matter what. So I'm currently flying backwards on there.
Oh, I had my microphone muted. I was sitting there answering you. You asked me when I was going. You asked me when I was going to get my pilot license. The answer, I don't know. I should have already had it. I'm sitting with 70-something hours, and all I've got is excuses between traveling for work. I mean, January. I was gone 3 weeks straight in January, so I came home from Christmas. We went to Arkansas over the Christmas break, visited family, came back. I was home for just a few days after the New Year, and then 3 weeks straight on the road for work. Anytime I get a chance to fly with a weekend, it's either sunny and 30-mile-an-hour winds, cross winds across the runway, or it's snowing and raining. I mean, the weather's just been pure crap for so far, all of January and into February. So,
yeah, gotcha.
And then getting engaged and trying to plan a wedding, so it's just been
man.
It's a little bit of everything right now. So
it's just our job to harass you, naturally. So.
Well, hey, I need it, so. Because I should have already had it.
I could say the same to myself, like, Steve, why don't you have your commercial, why don't you have your instrument yet? And it's pretty much the same excuse, like, oh man, like, I'm busy, or whatever are the priorities.
Yeah, and money too. I mean, I've been spending money on computers and flying that. I got 2 kids, and I got one in college. I got one I took vacation day today and took one to actually do a college visit. So now he's about to go to college, and that's going to have 2 in college next year. So my money's going out quicker than I can keep it coming in.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I just bought a new truck myself, so
nice.
That's a. I had to be an adult, right, finally, because I've been driving. I mean, it's nice to own things, right, but I've been driving like a sedan far too long now, where I had like this older truck that I paid like a couple grand for to do like house stuff, and I'm like, man, I should probably just consolidate and be an adult and not have like four or five vehicles in my driveway in my garage.
Well, having no car payment for a while is a nice thing too. So new trucks usually equals payments. So
yeah, that's one thing I kind of was muddling over for a long time. But fortunate enough that the government, essentially, unless the government completely fails
tomorrow,
I'll have a paycheck. So
right.
That's why I was like, well, I'll make that investment, and then hopefully I can have the truck for 10 or 15 years, just keep it in good shape.
My question is, you don't have to answer this, what's your payment?
Oh, Brian.
Not at all. Alright, so we just checked the weather in Charlotte, and Charlotte weather is currently winds 200 at 5, visibility's 10 miles, clouds few at 20,000, scattered 25,000, temperature's 12, dew point's 1, and the altimeter 3029, and we dialed in 3029 here below to be preset, and we are fastly approaching our top of descent in 42 miles, so that green ring here is our visual reminder, and you can see our top of descent is just inside of that, right on the 40-mile arc. So I missed it by just a little bit with our guess of 100 nautical miles for the top of descent there. So roughly in these planes, if you're around 100 to 110 miles out from your bottom of your star or for your target altitude down, that's about the proper time to start descending. Did he just pick it up? peer pressure. Well, I am still playing Microsoft, but I honestly has set from the day one. I wanted the 800 and the 900. That was my, I mean, if they'd have come out in that order, I would have never bought the 700, to be honest. So I just don't fly the 700 anymore. I bought the 700 because it was it was the first release, and I'll pat PMDG on the back is from a financial strategy. They released those planes in the order that would make them the most money. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the 700. I actually flew it. It's a freaking bat out of hell. I mean, it's freaking... And they say the 600 is even more like that. I mean, it's just got so much power and a smaller airplane, so... But what... Yeah, but when I look at just the plane itself and what looks good, there's nothing that looks better than the 737-900. I think it's the perfect size. It looks really nice.
I don't know. The 757-200 is like my wet dream.
Oh well, hey, don't.
I'm not going to disagree with this.
I won't either. I actually think the 757 is a beautiful airplane. I do like it very much. And is it Bluebird that's developing that for Microsoft?
I think so,
yes.
But I don't really have high hopes for it because they're like, it's just going to be generic. I'm like, okay, great.
They are doing it generic to start, but then they're going to go up from there. But they said it'll take several years before it gets to them.
That's a little bit disheartening. Did any of y'all watch the fly-by-wire video that released this week on the A380?
The A380, I have not seen it yet.
Oh my gosh. So it's unfortunate the amount of detail. Like, that plane is going to be spectacular, I think. I mean, it is going to be something else. But it's an ugly airplane. Like, could they have done that on something prettier than the A380? But
yeah, it is a pretty nasty looking airplane.
I think it's ugly. But that said, the level of development and the detail they're putting into it, go watch their video on YouTube that released this week. It's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I probably will. Once I get done with this, I mean, shit, this is only supposed to be like an hour flight or so.
I mean, it's. I watched XP72 and Blue Games talk about it even, and it's like, so the speculation right now is fly-by-wire will keep that as a freeware plane, and it's like the level of detail they're putting into it is probably as good or better than any payware out there right now. So it begs the question of will they keep it free?
Yeah, there's a couple. I would pay the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would too, from what I see. I just don't like the 380 as far as looks, but man, what they're doing for it and the texturing, amazing.
If it flies, you know how I roll. If it flies nice, then I'm in.
So you would like this, Steve. I actually flew the Airbus A320 just last week and loved it. I flew the fly-by-wire. It's The fly-by-wire is pretty doggone good right now. So since I rebuilt my PC, I honestly haven't even installed the Phoenix back, and I need to. And I picked up Headwinds, makes the A330, which it's built on top of the fly-by-wire, and it has the fly-by-wire EFB in it. And I flew that and loved that. That was actually pretty nice as well.
Oh, man.
All right, I just reached my top of descent. So
we did peer pressure Brian. He does have Airbus stuff.
Well, hey, fly-by-wire, A320, and Headwinds A330. Both free. Won't cost you a dime to invest in that. So.
Oh, the Tolus also. Tolus is coming out with an A320 Neo for X-Plane.
Atlanta Center wants me on 32,975. I'll be right back, guys. 32,975 is the thing here, so let's dial that in here. 32,975. All right, 32,975 is set, and we need EZM.
Atlanta Center, Delta 855, 12,000, climbing 14.
Delta 855, Atlanta Center, climbing maintain flight level 370.
175.
Climb maintain flight level 370, Delta 855.
Southwest 2117, cross diode at and maintain 11,000, the Birmingham altimeter 3025, more than one I rolled.
64 miles
cross
from the Hickory
VOR.
VOR.
11,000, altimeter 3025, Southwest 2117.
And Atlanta Center, United 4155?
Air 4155, son.
United 4155 is flight level 290, descending via the Parker 3. We are approximately 61 miles northwest of the Hickory VOR.
Air 4155, your radar contact squawk 2222. You can descend via Charlotte Landing South, the altimeter 3029.
3029, and we'll squawk 2222 and Charlotte Landing South of United 4155.
Second 562, echo to the ramp, good night.
All right, we're already squawking 2222, so.
American 562, cross echo to the ramp, cross 5 at echo, good night.
All right, we are already set. We need to get some charts up here. 18 center is the plan here. So let's go up top here. Let's get some charts up. And we need to get ourselves ready for our arrival into Charlotte. All right, so approaches here. We're going to go 18. We'll put up a 18 left, a 18 center, and a 18 right chart. And we are now descending via the Parker 3. So here we are coming up toward Willem, and let's go ahead and prep ourselves for 18 center. That is 111.3 and 183. 111.3 and 183. And 1113. And we'll go course of 183. And 183. Alright, next thing I like to do is prep. So that gives us 18 center. We will put some standby frequencies in for 18 left. And 18 left will be 110.35. That gives us a standby there.
Expect the visual 9.
And 18 right will be 110.15. 110.15.
Right.
I think I'm stepping you. Was that for United 8950?
Right.
Expect 9 right?
So what we got here is 18 center set, both left and right. We got 18 left set on the left side and standby, 18 right set on the right and standby. So anything we have to do, we can quickly react to what ATC is going to tell us. We're going to expect 18 center, but we'll see what we get here. So I can make some transitions if we need to here. So, all right, passing through 238 now on our way down to 9,000 on the SID. Parker 3, and looking at here, Susan 270, and we are 270 here. We're right on the target there. So love to hear those engines wound back here.
Runway 5450.
All right, so we don't have Charlotte approach on. We don't have Charlotte Tower currently. We don't have Charlotte Ada. So we'll go to ride Atlanta Center all the way in, unless something changes on the ATC. So.
Go ahead and contact Jacksonville now. 135.92. Good night.
135.92 on board 5435. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bills is awesome because they are, but we're still working within confines.
Center
of
Southwest 1958, about 50 miles from W7.
Southwest 1958 cross diode at and maintain 11000. The Birmingham altimeter 3026.
3026, cross diode, maintain 1000 Southwest 1958.
Head Canada 17, I show you off the arrival.
All right,
just,
winds are still 200 at 4. Altimeter is still 3029.
Descend maintain flight level
We are 3029 set. We're passing through 213 now, 214.
Direct to Gavin, going to maintain level 240, and I'm flying by hand, slow correction.
X 1206, New Squawk 02, Squawk 2001.
Well, I wonder what the approach speeds are going to be like in the 900. I'm assuming they're going to be a little bit higher.
Squawk 2001 for that level 6.
I don't know how much heavier we're going to be on our arrival in here. So currently, right now, my init ref speed with flaps 30 is 145, and I'm showing a gross weight of 150.3. So that's not drastically higher speeds than what I would fly in the 800. I would fly probably approach speed at flaps 30 around 100 and anywhere from 140, 141, 142 knots. So right now I'm only about 3 knots faster.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you full loaded though?
It was 173 passengers. I was not fully loaded on fuel, no. So
you're still showing off the.
And I'm in the ER model, so that would carry a larger fuel load if I needed to. But
yeah, so I mean, you might be up in the 150s, maybe depending.
Right heading 180.
Well, if I were to add 5 knots here, I would put me right on 150, which is probably what I will set.
Well,
I'll keep an eye on it.
What's your? You said that's your VREF is 145.
VREF is 145 at flaps 30. It's 141 at flaps 40 right now.
Yeah, so your VREF speed, you will add 5 knots to that.
Yeah, so that's gonna put me at 150. So.
Yeah.
837 Charlie Alpha cross chapter at it and maintain 12000. The Charlotte altimeter 3029.
Chapter at and maintain.
Sorry, ATC had cut you out there. What'd you say?
I said you are not streaming.
At a 4155, expect the visual 180.
Oh, so yeah, I'll try to get that going for you.
At 4155, expect the visual 180.
Got to see, how we both do on the first landings of the 900, right?
United 4155, Atlanta Center.
United 4155, go ahead.
United 4155, expect the visual approach from 18 Center.
Alright, we'll expect visual 18 Center, United 4155.
Air Canada 17, descend and maintain 13,000, the Atlanta altimeter 3029er.
Atlanta Center. Then, say that again, I'm sorry.
Air Canada 17, descend and maintain 13,000, the Atlanta altimeter 3029er.
30,000, Atlanta altimeter 3012. Air Canada 17.
13,000, 13,000. Air Canada 17, descend and maintain 13,000, 13,000. Not 3,000, 13,000, 13,000, please.
13,000, Air Canada 17.
You're in 615, expect a visual runway 9 right. If over Alpha, let's give an approach request at a Peachtree today.
No request. Looking like maybe 2-1 left might make the most sense.
Roger, expect the visual approach only 10 left.
Hello, United 8950, looking for low.
$89.50, roger. Just release speed to 210 and then I'll have lower for you here, Charlotte.
Okay.
298 Golf, expect the visual 21 left.
We'll expect visual 2-1 left, 298 Golf.
Air Canada 17, are you able to direct to Clavin or no? If not, just let me know. I can give you headings. I just need to know what you can and can't do.
Sorry, Atlanta Center, Air Canada 17. I have Glavin 1 in my computer system, but I have another in front of it for some reason the plane's going to, so I guess I need a heading.
Roger. Elvis 2117, you can inspect the visual approach for runway 24. We're able to proceed direct to SPAT. You need to send them 810
Alrighty, expecting the visual 24, direct to SPAT, Southwest 2117.
DPS 630, correction, Houston's offline, frequency change, prove, get it.
Frequency prove, UPS 630 will, yeah,
The United 8950, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000 United 8950.
United 341 contact, Washington 133.72. The United 1349 contact, Washington 133.72.
4372, United 1439.
Citation 5 kilo contact, Washington 133.72.
133.72, bye-bye.
United 37 Charlie Alpha, get our first request tonight, sir.
7 Charlie Alpha, any chance we could just get a quick hold over chapter?
37 Charlie Alpha holds correction west of chapter on the arrival and expect further clearance at 0230 Zulu. And send maintain 12000.
Alright, we'll hold west of chapter as published. Expecting clearance about 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, it's on the arrival west of the arrival. And at 12000, so drop.
Alright, I think I got a live stream going for you there.
344 Alpha Whiskey, clear direct D3, descend and maintain 4000 for field inside.
Do what?
Clear direct Peachtree down to 4,000 and we'll report in sight for Alpha Whiskey.
298 Golf, proceed direct D3, descend and maintain 4000 for field inside or traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles.
Sorry,
same direction.
I got a lot of ATC, so I'm still here. I just can't listen.
Out of 8.0 for 4.
Good Peachtree, and we have the traffic in sight down to 4,000, 298 Golf.
Thank you.
Heading select set. 9,000 here.
Atlanta Center, citation 344 off Whiskey, runway in sight.
Station 344 Alpha Whiskey, cleared to visual approach, only 2 on the left.
Cleared approach, 2-1 left, 4 off Whiskey.
298 Golf, follow the traffic, clear to visual approach, only 2 on the left.
We'll follow the traffic, clear for the approach, 2-1 left, 298 Golf.
Center American 1245 on the ground at Charlotte at the intersection of Romeo and Mike, ready to taxi.
American 1245, center 18 left taxi at Charlotte.
Alright, we got our recording started here, so maybe we'll be able to watch the replay here in a little bit too.
Nice.
Net 4155, flighting 150, descend and maintain 5000. Join the local edge, report to the island.
Alright, heading 150 and down to 5,000, United 4155.
American 1245, Atlanta Center, runway 18 left, taxi via Charlie. American 1245, Atlanta Center.
1245, sorry, you cut out real quick, my bad.
American 1245, no problem, 18 left, taxi via Mike Charlie.
Mike Charlie, American 1245.
Line 17, firm, descend and maintain 6,000, report field inside Jonah Found Porsche course.
And Atlanta Center, America, our United 4155, are we expecting visual for 18 center? Because what we were expecting.
Southwest 1958, clear direct to, I'm going to run check here. Clear direct to Spat, descend and maintain 6,000, and Jonah Found Porsche course, report field inside, Unifac 24.
Roger, direct side 6,000.
How's the checking in?
United 4155 going into Charlotte. Was that expected visual for 18 center there on our radar vector 150?
Hey, from 4155, it's going to be 18 center.
All right, 18 center, United 4155.
Headed to 8950, descend and maintain 30,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, United 8950.
344 Alpha Whiskey, only 2 on left, clear to land.
Clear land, 21 left, 4 off with.
298 Golf Golf, I'm like 201 left, clear to land, number 2.
Clear to land, number 2, 298 Golf Golf.
Air Canada 17, fly heading of 210, descend and maintain 9,000.
Fly heading 210, descend and maintain 9,000, Air Canada 17.
It's 4155, field 12 o'clock in 20 miles.
Hey, firm, we had the field aside, United 4155.
Under 4155, clear to visual approach, runway 18 center, runway 18 center, please fly.
All right, clear visual approach, runway 18 center, clear to land, 18 center, 4155.
Departure United 63, 36, 5200%, thousand direct flight.
All right, we've been cleared to land, 18 center, visual approach.
Sweet.
That is 63, 36, Atlanta Center, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 380.
Flight level 380 for United 63. Atlanta Center, good evening, Delta 1104,
1104 Atlanta Center, hello, clear direct varsity, climb and maintain, flight level 280. Let me know whenever you're direct varsity.
Clear direct varsity, what was the second part of that?
1104, climb maintain, flight level 290, and just advise whenever you're direct varsity.
Roger, we're direct varsity now and up at 290.
True 615, I have no idea why you're descending again, but go ahead and continue your descent down to 7,000.
All right, 200 knots, flaps 5.
Net at 8950, turn right, heading 070, Jonah localized, report field inside. .2117, clear to visual approach, only 24.
American 1245 is short of 18 left at Charlie, ready for departure.
American 1245, fly runway heading 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, American 1245.
Marker 1601, methods offline for exchange crew.
Go over the on 1. No one have a great night.
Yeah.
90 on speed.
Going 615, descend and maintain 3,000.
All right, minimums are set. Not that we're going to need it because we're going to go visual here in a minute.
Actually reminds me,
Air Canada 17, fly heading of
What's that?
160, descend and maintain 6,000.
Fly heading 160, descend and maintain 6,000, Air Canada 17.
Air Canada 170, can expect a visual approach, runway 8 left. At 8950, clear to visual approach, runway 9 right.
Bet didn't take gear down before that.
119.1. Air Canada 17, expect a visual approach, runway 8 left.
Go ahead, you can be quiet now. Come on, buzzer. Alright. 170, flaps are at 15. We need flaps 30 still, and we need
About 855. Disregard.
50 knots. Here, we'll wait just a little bit longer.
803 Alpha Whiskey Cross Juliet and maintain flight level 350.
There's 150.
November 803
Flaps 30
Alpha
set.
Whiskey Cross Juliet to maintain flight level 350.
Juliet 350, 3 Alpha feet.
American 1245, radar contact, say altitude, climb maintain flight level 23. American 1245, radar contact, say altitude, climb and maintain flight level 230. American Airlines 1245, Atlanta Center.
Atlanta Center, American 1245.
American 1245.
One thing I just noticed, she fell below the bug speed there for a
Climb and
minute.
maintain flight level
Now it's
230.
picking back up, so now I'm at 150.
1245 is 5,200, climbing 230.
1245, climb maintain flight level 230, clear direct to
American 1245 is now 6,000, leaving 6,000,
Airplane.
flight level 230.
Funnels off.
Making 1245, roger. Clear direct to Kilns, climb and maintain flight level
Definitely have to
230.
use a little bit more thrust. I can tell that over the 800. So that's definitely because it's heavier. So I'm definitely having a higher. I'm at about 69-70% thrust right now, or in the
Southwest
N1.
1958, clear to visual approach, runway 24.
Coming back a little bit here.
Southwest 2117, runway 24, clear to land. Southwest
American 1245 is cleared direct to Kilns and will climb and maintain flight level 230.
Air Canada 17, descend and maintain 4,000, turn left heading 110, join the localized.
500.
Okay, do you see the field?
3 approaching minimums.
That's a yes or no question. Do you see the field?
Minimums.
Air Canada 17, thank you. Go ahead and just don't overshoot the final approach course. You're clear to visual approach, runway 8 left.
30. 20.
Spear wing 615, turn right heading 360. Who else is checking in? 737 Bravo Juliet, Atlanta Center, good evening, cross. See here, what's your fucking there we go. Cross Booker T at and maintain 1000, the Atlanta altimeter 3029.
Oh, we'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. I won't be too disappointed in it. I pulled back up just a little bit. I'll see how the replay goes.
4155, echo to the ramp cross from like 2-3 again.
Do you use the default one, or do you have Sky Dolly or something?
No, I use flight control replay.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a payware when I actually really like it. It does a pretty good job. Let's get her
Clearing
stopped
615
here.
heading 360. And continue right turn heading of 070, join the localized.
Actually, I need to probably leave these at flaps 30. Here, we'll go ahead
Taking
and
at a 17 contact, tower 11.1.
disconnect from Vatsim here. There's not any ground on it at Charlotte anyway, so make sure everything's set here. All right, gears down. Idle, flaps are set. Landing lights are on. All right, so let's do a flight control replay stop. And flight control replay play.
80 knots.
Alright, so here we go.
Traffic.
Let's pause this and let's speed it up a little bit here. Alright, we'll watch it from here.
Terrain. Traffic.
Things getting set up here. Can you see that replay?
Yep, I got it.
A little firm.
Yeah, that's alright though.
It was just firmly planted. Let's watch it again here. I was there, and instead of holding it, I let it drop. I should have just held it.
Well, and letting it drop, is that because before your power is late, or
Say that again.
when did you pull your power?
I don't remember. Let's see if I can tell from inside here.
Yeah, I don't know if depends on your replay tool.
See what it
I think it
does
looks
here.
like it just shows a title.
No, it didn't.
There you go.
There's power coming out right there, and I'm at about 20 feet.
Okay.
So, and I'll base that on... Yeah. So, right, I was looking at radar altitude here, so let's do this. Let's back it up just a little bit here.
Pulling the power at 20 feet in the 737, that's the way to do it.
Sync rate.
Alright, so here I am at... oh, dang it. I always do that. Let's go back to... here. It's going to take it a minute to catch up. Let it load. Alright, so that's showing me at 500 feet. Alright, so we have power in right here. I don't know what you can see, but we got power in. Looking at radar altimeter over here, or radio altimeter here, 240, 200. About 40%, 44% here. Comes 130, 150, 40, 20. There's power out at 20, 24 feet. I did that again. I keep hitting that freaking button.
Yeah, but I mean that's like what you're supposed to be doing. So I was just curious because what it looked like to me is that you put yourself in like a really nice flare, and then you ran out of airspeed. So
and that may be what it was. So let's look at my airspeed here. So
yeah,
I was bugged at 150, and I'm a little 156, 155.
Yeah,
I'm a little 150 is what I should be at. Well
150,
140, 145. So there's 148. So maybe that's what. There I am right there, and then she did run out of airspeed and drop.
Yeah. So, and granted, this is particular to each airplane, and I'm not an expert on what the 737 will end up being, but for us, my threshold crossing reference speed is what everything's based off of. So VREF at flaps 50 in our case, but flaps 30 in your case for the 737. Then you add the 5 knots in. So you should be at the reference speed crossing that threshold. So you should be like 145 crossing the 50 foot, over the threshold.
So it's got a good flare there, and then she just dropped.
Yeah. Yep. So I think what was going on there is that you just were kind of fast on the airspeed, and then you let that energy off and then drop down. But I mean, dude, you're not it's not like you're doing anything wrong by any means. I think you're just a little fast.
All in all, I was pretty pleased, and that's the very first time I've even landed the 900. So, hoping that'll get better next time. So,
yeah, dude.
All in all, I'd say I was pretty pleased with it.
I agree. Watch, I'm talking all that, and then I'll probably slam this thing into the ground.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased as a whole there for a first time flight of it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Let's do that. Fast forward to here. This is the part I like. I can hit stop on the replay and then exit out of my tool. And now it's my airplane back, and I can actually finish and taxi this baby to the gates here, so we can go APU on. Now let's get a little bit of the taxi back here. I do think the 900 is pretty.
Airplane, man.
It's a good first maiden voyage flight in it. I'll take it.
I agree.
And let's do one quick check here. Sim Toolkit Pro hit me at 262 feet per minute on that landing. So it's not...
Makes sense. A little firm, but not bad.
It was firm, but not bad. I think it's within the realm of reasonable for most pilots. I mean, I've hit some really smooth landings and some hard landings on commercial flights. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Depending on the conditions and everything too. Yeah, 260 feet per minute. That's on the firm side, but absolutely not a problem.
Runway 05, 7,400 feet remaining.
I think, as I remember, I had to look at the performance charts, but for us, I think 540 feet per minute qualifies a hard landing.
Yeah, as far as, so that's the threshold that you got to hit before you hit a hard landing.
Yeah, before the hard landing light comes on and all that stuff.
And then when you and those birds, a hard landing requires an inspection post, doesn't it? And file a report.
It all depends on the data that's pulled from the flight recorder, and if it has bad enough data, then it depends. There's certain phases. I think phase 3, all the engines and landing gear come out of the airplane.
Oh wow! So I remember being down at Eglin one day back last summer when one of the test birds we were working on, and they had a tail strike that day. But there's a skid plate under there on the C-130 there that this one actually hit, but it ripped that plate off.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know what that pilot got that day, but probably got a little bit of a chewing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not sure where United parks here, but I'm going to just bring it down here and park it where I want to. Let's see if I can't get my traffic back. I turned off my FSLTL, but we'll get some traffic back in here and see if we can't figure it out. See Americans over here. There's a Delta. Yeah, Chicago was pretty heavily packed when I left there on Vatsim out of KORD with, I think, the release of the 900 tonight. And United's one of the bigger flyers of it here in the U.S.
Yeah, I think Brian was looking earlier, and there was like 50 or 60 online.
Yeah, 900s.
Yeah, and I think he said 115 800s or something, but 800s are a lot more popular. So.
Oh yeah, 800 is by far, and 800 is the most common, and I love the 800. I just think I'm liking the. I'll probably fly the 900 quite a bit over the next several weeks. It might be my new favorite. The 800 has been my favorite, but I'm a pretty big fan of the 900. It's just a good-looking airplane.
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at Avalo Airlines. They just started up here the last couple of years, and they've got a 737, 700s, and 800s, the ultra low cost
Who is it?
carriers.
Avelo?
AVE,
Yeah.
Avelo.
Yeah. I've been flying that when I picked up that livery. So they fly out of Dayton. They had a $49 flight, Dayton, Ohio to Orlando, K-Day to MCO. Yep, for $49.
So you actually flew on them real world, or?
Nope, I saw it here. Or maybe it was $89. It was still super. It was super cheap. Maybe it was $89, but $89 for 80. Yeah.
And then if you pick your seat, it's like double, and then it gets all crazy with all the add-ons. But yeah, you can fly cheaper than that's for sure.
Yeah,
They offer virtual basing, so that's interesting.
But their colors and their livery is actually pretty cool. And I picked up 3 of their liveries here in Flight Sim from Flight Sim TO for the PMDG 737-900, and I like it. So
nice.
I've been flying it. So
yeah, hopefully they're successful.
I hope so. I think so. The guy that was the guy that started Allegiant is who started Avelo now. He left Allegiant, and I don't know if you read anything about it, but that's where it came from. So
yeah, because they have a base, or they go out of Connecticut, Fairhaven.
Yeah, New Haven. Yep,
New Haven,
I picked.
Connecticut.
Yep, I actually owned that airport as payware. I picked up. So
oh, nice.
Yep, it's a pretty nice airport.
Yeah, because I was thinking it might meet some of my goals here in the next 5 or 6 years or whatever, because I do want to fly for JetBlue, but if I get back to the East Coast and New Haven is like within a 3-hour drive, then I could, tentatively go drive down there and to go do my flights from the house, all that. So
yeah,
it might be a possibility.
The icing vehicles are coming now.
I hit the wrong button there.
The boarding requested.
Alright, well, I appear to have messed up Flight Sim, our GSX Pro, to the point that it won't come open and stay.
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
No, it is not.
We begin treatment now and observe. Fluid type 1. Concentration at 50%. I will call you back when ready.
Really wanted to just deboard the airplane. So, anyway. Guess we messed that up, but hey, it's a good first flight on the 737-900. Maiden voyage here tonight. United 4155. I think I am going to call that a success. Even though we have accidentally hit the de-icing here, so that's going to do it for the live stream this evening. We're going to go ahead and end this, but we thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you here soon on another flight, maybe tomorrow night, as we may take the 737-900 out on leg number 2 out of Charlotte. So until then, 716 Delta Mike, we'll see you.